Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Night Phase bringing you a special video. This is my top 100 favorite films of all time. Been meaning to do this, and there's a reason why I'm doing it now. I just want to announce that fortunately everything you see here, my current setup, my man cave, my nerd cave, well, fortunately I have to take it down. Someone's moving in with us. It's going to be interesting change. Fortunately, didn't really have a say in the matter, but that's life. Throws you a couple of curveballs, and you just got to roll with it. So I have to move all this stuff, all my nerdy comic book stuff, and Blu-rays and pops, all that to my room, and hopefully make that work. So that you know, if you see the setting location change, that's the reason why. So I figured because I have to take down my Blu-rays and all that, why not do my top 100 favorite films of all time? And most of them I own, with the exception of one that I do not own because it's not out on Blu-ray yet. And you can take a guess what that is. And also, just a quick disclaimer, this is my opinion, this is my choice. If you don't see a film that you love, that you consider, you know, the best and it should be in the top 100, it's either because either I haven't seen it or I just prefer these films over that one. So yeah, you know, just to give you an idea of what you're gonna see, just take a look around you. I have a Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman poster behind me, so you're gonna see, you know, comic booky film, sci-fi, action, horror, you know, but you know, a lot of modern day films. But it's not that I don't like classical films. I just can't get into them. You know, so you won't see like North by Northwest or Gone with the Wind, or maybe The Wizard of Oz, all those oldie but goodie type films that a lot of people consider national treasures and the best of the best that they will put on the AFI Top 100, IMDb Top 100. Not going off those lists. I'm just going my own personal taste, my own personal preference. These are the films I consider the best in my opinion. Again, so there's something for everybody on this list. So sit back, grab some popcorn, get something to drink. It's going to be a long one. I'm going to try to keep it condensed under 50 minutes. I want to talk briefly about each film. So I'm going to go from number 100 all the way to my number one. So here we go. I'm excited, guys. Let's do this. Number 100 is Edge of Tomorrow, a very underrated sci-fi film starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. I really like this film. I just love the visuals, and this one doesn't get enough love, and I had to put it at my number 100 just so it could get more recognition. I enjoy watching this film. Recently rewatched it, and it's still so good. So that's number 100. Number 99, Shaun of the Dead. This was kind of hard because I love the Cornetto trilogy, but I wanted to just pick one so I could add more choices to my list. This is the Shaun of the Dead Steelbook, which I absolutely love. It's so funny. I like Nick Frost and Peg. They're such a funny comedic duo. It has zombies, so of course I'm gonna favor this over Hot Fuzz and The World's End. And I rewatched this one even more. It's just I love it. So number 99, Edgar Wright's a genius, you know. Number 98 is The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. I consider this his best dramatic performance. I know a lot of people prefer Eternal Sunshine, but this is more rewatchable for me. I did like Eternal Sunshine, but this I love it even more. I just love the concept of the everyday man not being aware that he's on a hidden camera show, which I really like, man. It's so good, interesting. So that's 98. 97, Leon the Professional. This is dear to my heart. I grew up watching this with my dad because he loves action films. This is probably Luc Besson's best directed film, right next to The Fifth Element. John Reynolds so good as Leon. Young Natalie Portman was good as well. Gary Oldman steals the show though as this over-the-top villain. He's so good in that scene in particular when he's like, "Bring me everyone!" Like the action is so damn good as well. So that's 97. Number 96, Carlito's Way. A lot of people don't talk about this. This is such an underrated crime thriller about this criminal trying to stay out of the criminal game, but he gets sucked back in. Sean Penn is almost unrecognizable. He disappears in his role as a seedy, a shady lawyer. Al Pacino is seriously so good in this film. If you have not seen it, definitely watch it. I think you will like it if you like Scarface. Directed by Brian De Palma, the same guy who made Scarface. So yeah, I love this steelbook, by the way. And Paraiso. There's a shot of Al Pacino. Seriously underrated. Alright, so number 96. Number 95 is The Force Awakens. I know a lot of people see this as a retread of A New Hope, but I prefer this over A New Hope. I just, I love it. And you can't deny the hype. When this film first came out, you were overhyped. I mean, the box office speaks for itself. I like the new introduction, of the characters like Kylo Ren, Rey, Finn, yeah, and then also seeing Han Solo back and Chewbacca, the Millennium Falcon is just so nostalgic. I love it, and I know people appreciate this film more so now because of The Last Jedi, which I do like, but I love The Force Awakens. Yeah, I love that steelbook too. Okay, so that was number 95. Number 94 is The Wolf of Wall Street. Just 3 hours of craziness and debauchery, and I love every minute of it. This is one of the few 3-hour films that I can just sit back and watch, and it breezes on by so quick. It's never a dull moment. It's hysterical. Yeah, Jonah Hill is great in this. Margot Robbie, though, oh my god, that's where I fell in love with this woman. You owe it to yourself to watch The Wolf of Wall Street. It's crazy. One of Leonardo DiCaprio's best performances. Scorsese really outdid himself with this one. It's so good. So that's number 94. Number 93 is Silver Linings Playbook. I love the dramedy aspect of this. It's comedy and drama meshed in so well. Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence had amazing chemistry. I really like these two characters. I love the way they played up the whole bipolar disorder in a realistic fashion. Yeah, and Robert De Niro was so good. One of his best current performances. He has a great, sweet, tender scene with Bradley Cooper. It's so good. I could relate to this film a lot in a sense because I deal with bipolar disorder. I've dealt with that. So yeah, Silver Linings Playbook. Really enjoy that one. Okay, so number 92 is The Place Beyond the Pines. Such underrated Ryan Gosling like crime thriller. Very unique the way the story is set up in the first, second, and third act. I love the first act the most because Ryan Gosling's character was the best in this film. But I'm very surprised. Like, you don't see storytelling like this. You might either like this film or not like it because of the way the story plays out. But it was just so interesting and engaging, and I really like this one. So that's 92, actually. That's 92. Number 91 goes to Drive. People call this artsy-fartsy. I call this a hell of a good, stylistic indie thriller. Ryan Gosling's so good, even though he doesn't say a word. I love the font, the visual aesthetic of this, and the soundtrack is just so badass. I own the soundtrack. I always listen to Night Call. That's the song they use in the opening credits. I love it to death. I hope Nicholas Winding Refn does more movies like this and returns to form with this one. That Drive's so good. Okay, that's number 91. That's 91. Number 90 is Looper. When I first saw this in theaters, this sci-fi thriller blew my mind. The way they executed the time-traveling concept is mind-boggling. The story takes so many unexpected turns. The action is so good. This is one of the best sci-fi action films, directed by yours favorite, Rian Johnson. Yeah. Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is so good. I like the performances. Sorry, the kid actor is really good in this as well, and so is Emily Blunt. That's 90. Number 89 is The Martian. Should have won Best Picture for that year. Matt Damon, tour de force performance. He carries his entire film. This is like Castaway in space on Mars, and I just really love his personality, like being optimistic in the face of danger, and it's really inspiring. He really did a fantastic job. I think this is one of Matt Damon's best performances. The Martian. I love that slipcover. Yeah. All right. So number 88 goes to The Nice Guys. Shane Black directed. Crime, neo-noir, dark comedy. One of a kind. Shane Black should make more movies like this. Should not mess with no franchises. You've seen The Predator and Iron Man 3. You know what I'm talking about. But this was so damn good. It's a good time. Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling are a hilarious buddy cop duo. That scene when he punches the glass and he cuts himself is hysterical. I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this, honestly. So, yeah. So that's number 88. Sorry, my phone timed out on me because I got the list right here I'm reading off of. Number 87 is Hacksaw Ridge. 87. It's a great return to form for Mel Gibson. Just the war sequences, just disturbing, grotesque, but realistic. The way Mel Gibson shoots the violence, so visceral. But this is such an amazing, inspiring story of this, of Andrew Garfield's character, and this is based off a true story, which is crazy. Of his beliefs of not picking up a weapon, being able to make it out of the war, saving people's lives, and he never picked up a gun, which is crazy. And if you're not a believer, I know that's hard to grasp, but watch the movie. The way it's executed is amazing, and I started to tear up at the end. It's just such an emotional, moving war film, Hacksaw Ridge. All right, number 86, Batman Begins. Swear to me. Thank you, Christopher Nolan. This is how you do Batman. This is Batman done right. This is probably my all-time favorite superhero origin film. I love the League of Shadows, the way they were portrayed here. Just Batman's costume, everything about it, the world they set up, the way they make Gotham look. I love this movie. Oh my god, so good. Being a huge Batman fan, this was a home run for me. Batman Begins. I love that line he says, like, I don't have to save you. Just so good. You would think this would be higher, but no, it's not, surprisingly. Because there's just other films, I had to put way more above. Anyway, number 85 is The Avengers. Avengers Assemble! I mean, just seeing these superheroes teaming up for the first time was a comic book nerd's wet dream come true. Pretty much. There's so many great scenes. This is probably my most rewatched Blu-ray, next to Infinity War. Yeah, I'm just represent, there they are right there. Joss Whedon, he did such a good job directing this. I love the witty dialogue, like that scene when Thor's like, "Do you know who I am? Shakespeare in the Park? Does mother know you weren't her drapes?" I just love that. Hulk smashing Loki was awesome as well. It's 85. Number 84 is Prisoners. This movie, this is what turned me into a Denis Villeneuve fan. This is where I took notice of this director, Hugh Jackman. Oh my god, such a great performance. The grieving father who will do anything to get his daughter back. He just totally buy into what he does, even though you don't agree with it. And yeah, it's just like, how far would you go, to find the person that you love? And Jake Gyllenhaal is so great as a detective. This takes so many twists and turns you won't see coming. It'll just keep you on edge. I really enjoyed Prisoners. Okay. Number 83 is Sicario. Another great Denis Villeneuve film. My god, this movie is incredibly dark. Just not for the faint of heart. What Benicio del Toro does at the end, his character, my god, I was in shock, like just shell-shocked. Amazing film. The cinematography by Roger Deakins, holy crap, amazing. Emily Blunt is so good, so is Josh Brolin. And you had to get the 4K. It just looks stunning. Can imagine. Alright, number 82 is Skyfall. Yeah, I'm a huge Daniel Craig, James Bond fan. This is where I really started liking the James Bond franchise with Daniel Craig. Wasn't a big fan, the old, like, 007s, couldn't get into them. And Pierce Brosnan was fine. Like, I do like GoldenEye. But this is where it's at. Sam Mendes, when he directed, the cinematography is gorgeous. Just watch the incredible shots in this film. Some of the best cinematography I've ever seen. Javier Bardem was also really good as the villain. Yeah, I just really enjoyed this one. Skyfall is so good. Okay, number 81 is The Predator. Yeah, come on, I'm right here. Kill me. Come on, do it. Kill me right now. Do it. How can you not love Arnold Schwarzenegger? This is one of the greatest action films of the 80s, honestly. The creature design by Stan Winston, I believe. The way the Predator looks, just amazing. Just the throwdown at the end. It's the manliest man, macho man movie. You'll grow hair on your chest. Yeah, just by watching this film. Just So good. I love the Steelbook too. This 81. Number 80 is Casino. Scorsese. 3-hour film. Again, one that I could rewatch anytime and never get bored because the characters they set up is so good. Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Like, Joe Pesci puts this guy's hand on a vice grip and squeezes his head like a melon. The violence is so graphic as hell, but it's the story is so good. Casino. Yeah. Number 79 is L.A. Confidential. Ignore Kevin Spacey. We all know he sucks. Yes, Kevin Spacey sucks. But this film is so exceptional. I love the noir, just the tone, the noir crime tone, the mystery detective aspect, and the period setting. This is set in 1947, I think, L.A. I just love that. And the characters like Kim Basinger was really good. Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, and trying to solve these murders that lead into something bigger. And that shootout at the end is just so good. Really enjoy that one. L.A. Confidential. Number 78 is Walk the Line. This one right here. This is like a 2-pack, so it came with Crazy Heart. But Walk the Line is number 78 with Joaquin Phoenix playing Johnny Cash. This is one of my favorite biopics. I mean, I love Johnny Cash music. Yeah, it's Reese Witherspoon is so good too. I really enjoy that. Joaquin Phoenix. That's why I became a fan of Joaquin Phoenix, seeing him in this film. Walk the Line. Okay, so that was number 78. Number 77 is Train to Busan, my favorite zombie film ever. Honestly, this is why I'm a huge fan of Korean cinema and I watch foreign films, because you don't know what you're missing out until you watch some foreign films. And you can find this on Netflix, I believe. Just the mayhem, the carnage, the zombies. My God, it's just so good. You're on the edge of your seat, just biting your nails. Just the tension is at an all-time high. And the most important factor of this film, why this works, is because you actually give a shit about the human characters. You care about the father and his daughter, and it's just a great zombie film. So intense, so good. Train to Busan. I had to buy it on Blu-ray. So good. Seriously, check that one out if you're a fan of zombie films. Alright, so that's 77. Number 76, The Raid. The first one. This is just insanity. Like a video game going up a gauntlet. Every level you get up to gets harder and harder and more just insane. Like the fight sequences, the choreography. My goodness. That's why I became a fan of like Indonesian action films. If you're an action film junkie, you owe it to yourself to watch the Raid films and start with the first one. And then moving on to number 75, The Raid 2. The sequel tops the first one in my opinion, because you get a better story and they're just not selling you on the action. You actually, follow our main character, Rama, played again by Iko Uwais, who's just amazing. It should be more action films, come on. I mean, he ends up fighting these 3 dudes, Baseball Bat Boy, Hammer Girl, and the Karambit Knife Dude. That sequence, what? When he fights the dude with the knives, oh my God, it's just bloodfest. Like, the violence is insane. God, I love these movies. These movies are just so kick-ass in your face. Like, fuck yeah, dude. So good. The Raid 2. Enjoy that one. Number 74. This is a fight film we don't talk about, but we are. This Fight Club. Dave Fincher's just a phenomenal director. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton really give good performances here. And it's just a total mindfuck. Especially if you have never seen this film, you owe it to yourself. Watch it for the first time, I guarantee you're just going to be like, what? If you don't see the twist coming, that is. Yeah, so Fight Club is good. Number 74. I love that steelbook. Number 73 is Akira. We just got done with the first act. Yay! Akira, just the animation, the way it looks. The story is very unique. It's trippy, weird, and just like, wow. I can't believe this came out in 1988. Like, ahead of its time. The year I was born, 1988. I want to rewatch this film because I remember when I first saw it, I was just speechless. Like, the way the animation looks is stunning to look at. Akira, so good. If you're a fan of animation, you gotta watch Akira. Okay, number 72. It's one of my all-time favorite Pixar films, Coco. When Miguel sings to Abuela, I cry like a baby. I ain't ashamed to admit it. I just really enjoyed this film. It's such a great family film. Great messages. I just love the Day of the Dead concept, Dia de los Muertos, the way they executed that just visually. Oh man, this movie just spoke to me. It's so dear to my heart. I love Coco. Such a good movie. I love it to death. Alright. Number 71 is Her. Such a unique, like, futuristic concept of, people in society fall in love with their voice automated, like, Alexa type AIs, which is so fascinating, and it speaks high volumes how, everyone's society, they're kind of like antisocial. Not antisocial in a sense, but they just don't know how to blend in, and speaks a lot to people being loners, being lonely, and finding love in the strangest of most unexpected places. I really like that. It was executed so well. Such an endearing story. Joaquin Phoenix is such an excellent actor. He's so good in this. Scarlett Johansson as the voice, best voice performance, honestly. I mean, I would fall in love with Scarlett Johansson's voice. Who wouldn't? But yeah, this movie, so good. So unique. Number 70 is 13 Assassins. I can see the Akira Kurosawa inspirations in this. It's like a modern day Seven Samurai film. And you know me, I'm a modern day cinema goer, sorry. But I prefer... Hey, I'm not saying, you like, the old school films, like I said. That's fine, but, I'd rather watch it like this. Check this one out. It's so good. If you like samurai films, you owe it to yourself to watch it. They have an insane 40-minute, like, sword fight that's... like, you're exhausted by the end of it, but you're glad you went on that ride. It's incredible. 13 Assassins. So good. Number 69. This will be... yeah, I guess a little controversial, but... Number 69 is Jurassic Park. What? Da-na-na-na-na. I know this is in people's top 10, top 20s, even number 1 favorite film, but I just don't have that nostalgic, sentiment to this film because I didn't grow up watching it. I ended up seeing it for the first time when I was like a teenager already. And I really dug it. I really think it's so cool seeing these dinosaurs come to life. Steven Spielberg did an extraordinary job. I can't say the same for the sequels. You know what I'm saying? Like Jurassic World, I loathe it, and I don't even bother watching Jurassic World Fallen franchise. No. But I do like the first one. The first one will always be one of the best. Like, it's so good. All right, number 68 is V for Vendetta. I do have the Blu-ray, but it's in a triple pack. But I just love the cover art here better on the DVD. Remember, the 5th of November. Such a unique, interesting comic book film where the hero is portrayed as like a terrorist, menace to society type, but it's the government that's controlling the media and controlling people, and I just love the aspect of it. And it's so good. I like the knife throwing sequence at the end in slow motion, just mind blowing. Natalie Portman is really good in this. I really enjoy that one. Number 67 is Kill Bill Volume 1. Now, people see Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 as just one film, which is fine. But if I had to choose between the two, I have to go Volume 1, of course, because of the crazy 88 sequence is bananas. The action is good. I love Volume 2 as well. There's more true to Tarantino style with dialogue. If you're a Tarantino fan, you know he bases all his films just is more dialogue driven. But damn, the action sequence in this is so extraordinary. Uma Thurman is such a badass as the bride. It's one of the best revenge movies. So stylistic. I love it. And I love the the sound they use for the siren going off every time she sees someone from the list. The iconic ooh-wee. Like, I love that. Yeah, Tarantino films are just a staple in pop culture today, for a reason, because they're just so good and entertaining. Number 66 goes to War of the Planet of the Apes. It was between this one, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but this is just a fantastic wrap-up to the Apes trilogy, and it's one of the strongest trilogies you can watch. It's so good. It's mainly due to Andy Serkis' incredible motion capture performance as Caesar. Just incredible. I mean, he should have gotten an Oscar nomination. It's so good. I just love the way the story unfolded and the way it concluded. Very satisfied. Oh yeah, I love it. War of the Planet of the Apes. Number 65, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This was when I started taking notice what they're doing with the standalone MCU superhero films. And this is the best of the best right here when we're talking about in terms of standalone, which is Captain America doing what he does best, kicking ass. And I love the conspiracy government angle with Hydra. Very surprising. And, you know, the Winter Soldier was a menacing villain here. The fight sequence between Cap and Winter Soldier is one of my all-time favorite fights with the knife and the shield. It's so badass, so good. The Russo brothers really know how to shoot action sequences so well. Number 64 is X-Men Days of Future Past. Love the time travel concept. Love seeing all the X-Men, you know, from the old generation, the new. It just combined, and great seeing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. It's a lot of fun, very dramatic. Jennifer Lawrence is really good as Mystique. Magneto, Michael Fassbender as Magneto, so good. And the Quicksilver scene, come on, what's not to love? So, yeah, the Sentinels were scary as hell villains, you know. Okay, number 63, Cap America, the Winter Soldier, Cap versus Iron Man. I'm Team Cap. Just very compelling stuff. The airport sequence, just a comic book nerd's wet dream come true. Just seeing our favorite superheroes fighting each other and colliding, but it makes sense, you know, within the story, you know, where they stand. Their Cap is opposing the government, and Iron Man is with it, trying to reinforce law and order for the superheroes. It just makes so much sense, and I really dug it. I really like that it's just not black and white. You kind of go between both sides of this film. Look at that iconic shot. This is what it's all about, people. America! Just so good. Alright, number 62, my most watched Blu-ray. Avengers Infinity War. This is that Target exclusive, y'all, which I will be getting. Avengers Endgame. Same, like, you know, packaging I will be getting. This is the 4K. I love the Avengers logo in the back. 4K Ultra HD, baby. Thanos, Josh Brolin as Thanos, seeing all our superheroes in the fight of their lives. It's so good. My God. So one of my all-time favorite movie-going experiences, Infinity War. Watched it 40, 50 times. I lost count. Just, it's what I live for, people. Just, yeah. Anyway. But one film that I do admit slightly better, number 61, so I put it above it, is Mad Max Fury Road. I mean, this is just a non-stop, high-octane, 250 miles per hour, Mach 3 chase sequence that just never lets up. And Charlize Theron as Furiosa should get her own spin-off. So badass, just came out of nowhere. And I watched the old Mad Max films. I like the Road Warrior, probably my second favorite, but this is my number one right here. Just wow, so good. All right, number 60 is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, one of the best classical westerns. Sierra Leone. The Mexican stand-up at the end. Clint Eastwood is a badass. Just the composer was Inicio Mauricio. I always butcher his name, but that musical score, you know what I'm talking about. Like wee 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 wee. Yeah, I love that. Just so iconic. One of the best westerns today. I had to have it on my list. It's number 60, I know, but hey, it's my list, so at least it's on the list, okay? Take comfort in that fact. All right, number 59, The Godfather Part 2. Another one that, what? It should be higher. It's my list. Anyway, kind of slow, but still compelling. Seeing Michael Corleone's descent into just villainy, into just, like, you know, that scene with Fredo, like, I know it was you, Fredo. I know it was you. Oh, shit. Like, damn, it was just so scary in this. Also, what I really loved was seeing Robert De Niro as Vito Corleone, seeing his uprising, his upbringing. It was probably my favorite part of Godfather Part 2. Oh, man, it was so good. De Niro was so good in this as a young Vito Corleone. But I love The Godfather 1 even more, which is number 58. That is my horrible Marlon Brando impression. Marlon Brando, sorry. yeah, I have to be in the mood to watch this because it's like a 4-hour film. But once I get going, once I'm in it, I'm just enthralled by, the family and the what was it, the baptism by fire sequence where all 5 families get assassinated. It was just one of the best scenes in cinema, honestly. So I can see why it's regarded as one of the best films ever made, obviously. So I do acknowledge that. Okay. Number 57, Inglourious Basterds, a great Tarantino film. Brad Pitt is so good. We're gonna kill Nazis and we're gonna scalp them. But it's Christoph Waltz, scene stealer. I mean, that scene in the beginning, whew, the Jew hunter, I guess is what they call him. Just an interesting spin on history. Like, I can't believe Tarantino pulled this off. He did. He pulled it off. So good. Number 56, Children of Men. Oh my God. This has one of the most breathtaking, uncut, long takes ever, where Clive Owen's character is just going through mayhem and carnage through war. People are just shooting each other. Tanks are shooting at buildings, exploding, and it's like, what the? Like, Alfonso Cuarón, I think, still this is his best film. If you're not seeing this film, you owe it to yourself to watch it. And just the idea of men not being able to reproduce, like, or make children, like, it's crazy, like, so unique. And I love how everything goes around in the background. Pay attention to the background in this film. There's a lot going on in the background, which I really appreciate. It's just so good. All right, number 55, Raging Bull. I did not mind this was in black and white. Scorsese again, collabing with De Niro. I mean, when that's the collab team duo, and also Joe Pesci. I love that scene when De Niro's like, "Did you fuck my wife?" What? You fuck my wife? How can you ask me that? I'm your own fucking brother. How can you ask me that? No, I ain't gonna answer. You're sick fuck. That's a sick question. I ain't gonna answer it. It just, oh man. But yeah, De Niro gaining weight for this film, and like, it's just so crazy. Um, really good, really good drama, like sports boxing film there. Number 54 is Taxi Driver, another De Niro Scorsese collab that's so good. I mean, this is what happens when you know, just fall out of place in society, become antisocial. You just become like this guy, Travis Bickle. I'm just kidding. But, man, scary. Just transformation for De Niro here. Oh, man, it's so good. So haunting. That scene where he goes into, I guess, like the brothel house and just starts shooting up the dudes. Like, wow. Taxi Driver, man, so good. Number 53 is Braveheart. I am William Wallace. The battle sequences are just epic, stunning. Mel Gibson. This is a directorial debut, I believe, and what? He won Oscars for this. Well deserved. Just amazing. I love the story to this. So good. Braveheart. Okay, number 52 is Unforgiven, one of my all-time favorite westerns. Clint Eastwood, oh, just knocks it out of the park. This retired gunslinger who was, his history, his past haunts him because, he killed a lot of people, and I love that aspect of his character. And I love the ending. Oh my God, no man want to get killed, but don't clear on the back. Like, damn it, this movie's so good. This is one of my all-time favorite westerns, no lie. It's mainly due to that ending, that final scene where he confronts Gene Hackman, and he's like, "I'm here to kill you, little Bill. That's right, I'm Willie Money. I killed women and children. I'm here to kill you." Like, so good. Yo, Clint Eastwood is badass. Clint Eastwood is a national treasure. Like, seriously. All right, number 51 is Reservoir Dogs. Tarantino's directorial debut. I love this Mono Steelbook. It's so... Look at the art on that. It's just beautiful. Look at that. It's a good time. Dark comedy. Just like them all wearing the same suits. I love that. The cast is amazing. Harvey Keitel, Steve Buscemi. And was it Michael Madsen? Oh my god, that scene where he's torturing the cop and dancing while he's doing it, like stuck in the middle with you. Like what the hell? Yeah. Anyway, we reached top 50. Holy crap! Number 50 is Sing Street, a film I recently watched and just blew me away. I had to put on my top 50. It's just a feel-good film, very inspiring. Just pursue your dreams and your ambitions, and I love the positive message to this, and it just worked for me. I really did. It worked for me, and I love the songs. I love the characters. It's a good time. Uh, Definitely check this out. It's just such a hidden gem. Sing Street. All right, number 49, Toy Story 3, which was a great conclusion to the trilogy, or so we thought. Toy Story 4 is coming out, but man, if they had ended it here, it would have been perfect. I just, you know, the way they took the story and making Andy growing up, you really felt for the toys, for Woody, for Buzz, for all of them. So good. It just, yes, and I cried at the end, with that scene with Andy. Oh, just breaks my heart. Anyway. Number 48 is Memento. Just a trippy movie. Everything is just discombobulated all over the place. Just like his mind is. And it just, yeah. Nolan is a genius. I think there's a way you can watch in chronological order. I don't know how, but it makes sense. Like the ending is the beginning, and it's a big puzzle that you have to solve along the way because he has short-term memory loss. He has tattoo clues on his body. He's so trippy. Guy Pearce is so good in this movie. Memento. Number 47, The Shining. Here's Johnny. So iconic. One of the best horror films of the 80s, if not the best. Jack Nicholson is so good. The 4K is coming out, and I love the artwork on the 4K. Can't wait to grab that. But yeah, look at that. Here's Johnny. I'm going to bash your brains in, Wendy. Ha! Jackie boy. Jack Nicholson, he just does crazy so well. Okay, number 46. The first Blade Runner. All the people, it took him a couple of viewings. For me, it was like 2 viewings, and I fell in love with this movie. Just ahead of its time. I can't believe this came out in the 80s. What? Ridley Scott is a genius for making this film. Just Deckard and the replicants, Rutger Hauer, that speech he gives at the end, I love it. Just the visuals, like him in the rain. Like, I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Like, I love that speech towards the end. It's so good. So glad we got 2049s. Yeah, Blu-Ray 2049. Anyway, I love this digibook, by the way. Look at this digibook. It's like, so good. When I started collecting Blu-rays for the first time, that was one of the first films I bought, that collector's set. Number 45 is Back to the Future. Don't have the Blu-ray because the Blu-ray only comes with the trilogy. Like, you have to get the trilogy to get the first one. I only really like the first one. I haven't seen the third one yet. I saw the second one. I thought the second one was good. But that first one, man, that's where it's at. Again, it's not nostalgic to this. Didn't grow up watching this. Saw it like at a later age. But it's a lot of fun. It's such a fun time traveling movie. Yeah, Back to the Future. All right. Number 44, another one that is dear to everyone's heart. I know it will be in their top 10s, and that's fine. Is Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Harrison Ford is just a badass. Like, so iconic, man. In the favorite moment, him shooting the guy. Like, it's like, fuck that, fam. Bam. That guy that did like the sword move, he just shoots him. Like, I love the idea. He's not afraid to get down and dirty and like, go into these temple ruins and put himself at risk and fall into a pit of spikes or a boulder. No, he's afraid of snakes, which I really like. Damn, this movie's a lot of fun. Steven Spielberg directed this one. So much fun. One of the best action films, period. Action adventure films. Number 43 is No Country for Old Men. Javier Bardem playing Anton Sugar. One of those scariest, most vile, ruthless villains like in cinema. Scary as hell. You wouldn't want this guy coming after you. Like, and then the coin toss. What's the most you ever lost in a coin toss? Like that scene at the gas station. My God, I thought I was gonna go into cardiac arrest. It was so tense. It was like, and nothing happens. He just flips a coin and the guy's just shitting bricks. All right, number 42 is Million Dollar Baby. One of the best sports dramas I've seen. Clint Eastwood directed this. Deserved the Oscar. Hilary Swank, amazing performance, as well as Morgan Freeman. Just heartbreaking, depressing though. Heads up, depressing if you haven't seen it. But damn, just left me emotionally drained and just speechless. Just a tour de force. I really love this one. Million Dollar Baby, so good. All right, so number 41. We're gonna bring this stack here now. Yeah. All right. Number 41 is The Shawshank Redemption, considered the best film ever made. This one right here, which I really like. It's number 41, right? It is like inspiring. It is. I can see why this is like considered one of the best. Like in IMDb, I think it's number one still in IMDb. I'm not sure, but just an amazing story. Tim Robbins is amazing. So is Morgan Freeman. The escape sequence, I love it. I just love it. It's so good. All right, number 40, The Princess Bride. One that I never grew up watching. I totally missed out on this. I remember when I posted my reaction on Stardust, and when I first watched it, which was like about a year ago, everybody was like, "What? How could you?" Because I was never into fantasy films growing up, especially ones that came out from the 80s, like The Dark Crystal, to name one, or Labyrinth. I've yet to see those films, but I knew I had to watch The Princess Bride, and I love it. Oh my god, so funny. Like when she when she throws him down the hill, he's like, "As you wish." I just love the comedy in here. It's so great. I kind of want to rewatch it now. It's grown, like the first viewing really left an impression on me. It's so good. What's the guy's name? I cannot believe I forgot. Montoya? My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I love it. I love it. Oh my god, it's so good. Who directed this? Rob Reiner, right? Yeah. Just blown away. First time watched, like about a year ago, is in my top 40. It's just so good. It's one of the best fantasy films you'll ever see. Owe to yourself, watch The Princess Bride. Alright, number 39. It's Goodfellas. You have to double check. Yeah, am I funny? What am I funny, huh? Do I look like a clown? Am I here to amaze you, huh? What's so funny about me, huh? Tell me! I love Joe Pesci in this movie. Ray Liotta's good. De Niro's good. Scorsese. Monster films are the best. And yeah, Goodfellas it's a classic to me. Number 38 is The Departed, another Scorsese. So I think this is the one that finally won him the Oscar. Did it? I think it was, yeah. Finally, Scorsese won Best Director. I mean, he is one of the best directors working today. Oh man, I love the cast. I like Mark Wahlberg's snarky, the fucking asshole cop character. Like when he roasts that one guy, the cop, when he's like, "Oh, you mean South Project? Oh, you're a fucking genius, huh? Who forged your transcript papers, dickhead?" It's like Leo is good, Jack Nicholson is good. Oh, this movie's highly rewatchable. So just could watch it anytime. I like the inside artwork there. Boom. Yeah. So number 38, number 37. Oh, it's so good. One of the best fantasy films. So unique and creative. Pan's Labyrinth by Guillermo del Toro. There was some dipshit on Stardust, and if you watch this video, go fuck yourself. That said, like, "Oh, no one told me this was in Spanish. Oh, why couldn't there be English audio dub?" Is people like that just have no business talking about film whatsoever. Like, seriously? Really? This was set in the Spanish, like, Civil War. What other language would they speak? Anyway, I know that was random, but I just thought of that because, anyway, I love Pan's Labyrinth. Guillermo del Toro is a creative genius. Just an endearing, heartfelt story, like an adult version of a fairy tale, like nightmarish creatures like this one. Oh my god. And I love the steelbook. This is yet another Mondo steelbook. Yeah. It's a great movie. Number 36 is Casino Royale. this is when I was like, this is James Bond, I'm in. Daniel Craig was amazing, giving us like a more vulnerable, uh, relatable. Sorry, my screen timed out there for a minute. More relatable, like James Bond, more humanizing. Eva Green is so sexy in this film, but it was great seeing her as the first love interest for James Bond. Uh, really love this one as well. Okay, number 35 is The Matrix. We're gonna need guns. Lots of guns. Ahead of its time, came out in 1999. I still love it, even though the sequels don't live up to the original. Kenny R. Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, everybody's great. Just an interesting concept, you know, like it's just so mind-blowing. This sci-fi story within itself is just so unique. I love it. Matrix, you know. The action scene, the lobby shootout, still one of the best. All right, number 34 is Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. I grew up watching this. This used to be higher, but it's kind of, you know, declined a little bit down the list because there are other films that I found far more superior. But this used to be a long time ago. This used to be my go-to, like top 10 favorite films of all time. You just sucked into this criminal world, and you know Tony Montana, his decline. You know, like it's amazing to watch. It's self-destruction in a sense. Yeah. All right, so all right, number 33 is Yippee-Ki-Yay, Die Hard, one of the best action films ever made, and Christmas films, I may add. It takes place in Christmas, so it's a Christmas movie. Dang it. John McClane, Bruce Willis is so great in this. Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber, though. When he says Yippee-Ki-Yay, that's my favorite part of the film. It's like, oh yes, what was it you said to me? Yippee-Ki-Yay, motherfucker. Love it. Alright, so number 32 is Alien. First Alien by Ridley Scott. That was my chair. Squeaky ass chair. Anyway, this came out, 1979, I believe? I believe. And the visuals still hold up. I need to get the 4K Steelbook because that is a work of art. Oh my god. Looks so beautiful. Anyway, yeah, when I first saw this, I was scared shitless. The vent scene with the xenomorph just coming out of nowhere. Just I had nightmares for days about that. And then the chest burster scene. Holy crap, that was so grotesque. I love the effects they use. And even the android was so disturbing. What? It's just, what an insane like horror sci-fi film. One of the best horror films ever made. No one in space can hear you scream, and that notion in itself is truly frightening. Number 31 is Aliens, which I do prefer because, you know, is more rewatchable. James Cameron directed the sequel. It's more action-based. But I like how they expanded the Xenomorphs with the Alien Queen. And, of course, it has one of the most badass moments in cinema with Sigourney Weaver, Ripley, facing off against the alien. And she's like, get away from her, you bitch. Like, come on. That's so iconic, you know? So that's number 31. Number 30 is Seven. David Fincher. Whoo! This film just left an impression on me. You know, the Seven Deadly Sins. The twist at the end. Just what? If you have not seen this film, you owe it to yourself to watch it. It's mind-boggling. The twist at the end just always floors me. Every time I watch it, it always surprises me. Even though I know it's coming, it's so disturbing. Like, and the attention to detail in the murder scenes. Wow. Seven. Amazing. Alright, number 29 is Oh Boy. I need to get the Blu-ray for this. It's kind of hard to track down. But, yo, this is one of the most disturbing revenge films ever. This is what got me into Korean cinema. I believe Tarantino gave this film the Grand Jury Prize at the Cannes Film Festival, if I'm not mistaken. That's what caught my attention when I first watched it. And about this man being incarcerated for 15 years, not knowing why or who the hell would do that to him in a hotel room. You've never seen a film like this. I guarantee you. All the movies you ever watched in your life, you've never seen a film like this. So you owe it to yourself to watch it. It's very unique, trippy, and just disturbing, and it's like, oh my goodness, and just this movie. I can't praise this movie enough. And then there's a long take fight sequence down a hallway. Man, it's just great stuff right here. Oh boy, need to get the Blu-ray for that. Number 28, The Prestige, yet another great Nolan film, and the twist. Oh my god, so good, so good. Abracadabra. That's all I'm gonna say. Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman are amazing in this film. Two magicians squaring off. Who is the best? Yeah, the movie's so good. Number 27, my favorite Tom Hanks performance ever. And I don't know, people say Forrest Gump, and which I think is, but this is it. Road to Perdition. Plays him like an anti-hero. Wow, I never seen him in a role like this, and I wish he would take more roles like this. Yeah, it's a great Great Depression setting, mobster, revenge kind of film. It is kind of depressing, but the performances are just so compelling to watch. Yeah, Sam Mendes directed this. The cinematography is beautiful. There's a gorgeous looking like rain sequence. I love it. All right, number 26, Django Unchained. Jamie Foxx, Christoph Waltz, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Tarantino film. His own take on back in the slavery days. Wow, just very like interesting, very unique. Take like again playing up history, changing things that would normally happen, but it's Tarantino, so you just roll with it, and the violence is so gratifying when Django's just shooting all these like racist rednecks and shit. Like, yeah, it's a good time. Django Unchained, really dig that one. Number 25, reached the top 25. My God. Whew. So Kubo and the Two Strings. If you've not seen this movie, there it is. Just great animation by Leica. Oh my God. I fell in love with this movie. Such an artistic visuals, like the animation is like eye popping. You're just like, oh my God, it looks gorgeous, and very dark at times too. Kind of scary, surprisingly. Watch this film. It's one of a kind. I really love this one. Alright, next one up, number 24. This is a recent release. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with that expensive as lenticular from Amazon. This cost me this was probably my most expensive Blu-ray. I think this cost me like $40 something. But look at that. Just so I could do this. I could do this all day. Miles Morales. I love the way they did his story with the multiverse, different spider people. Peter B. Parker. You got Spider-Gwen right here. Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Ham. Oh man, I love it. I'm so glad it won Best Animated Film of the Year. Well deserved. The animation. It's like a comic book come to life, people. Seriously, watch this film if you haven't seen it yet. Also, my favorite Spider-Man film right now is that one. So that's number 24. Number 23 is Saving Private Ryan. This is probably my all-time favorite war film. Man, so gripping. You're with these soldiers in the midst of battle, and it's terrifying to see the carnage everywhere, especially the D-Day invasion, the way Steven Spielberg really captured that. Just harrowing stuff there. And Tom Hanks is really good. Actually, this probably is my second favorite Tom Hanks performance right here. With Matt Damon, just a great cast. Just what it takes to be, a hero and look out for your brothers in arms. I really love that film. So good. Number 22 is The Silence of the Lambs. One of the best horror films ever made. People argue this is just a thriller. No, it's horror, people. Hannibal, yeah, he wears some dude's face. Okay, this is about a cannibal and the Buffalo Bill skinning women. It's fucking horror. This is one of my all-time favorite horror films. It's so disturbing. Jonathan Demme directed this. Oh man, Jodie Foster was so good in this film. Every time I watch it, I get so entranced. It just sucks you in, never lets up. And Anthony Hopkins, legend. What a legend. He was on screen for 16 minutes tops. Won an Oscar for it. Well deserved. The Silence of the Lambs. So good. All right, number 22. Number 21, The Terminator, the first one. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Arnie, scary as hell. Just, I'll be back. Oh man, so good, so good. Ahead of his time. James Cameron directed this one. This that Comic-Con slipcover, which I really love and I will never give up. From 2015. That I bought offline. I never went to Comic-Con. Unfortunately, but yeah, Terminator's so good. Reached the top 20. Number 20 is The Thing with Kurt Russell, most epic beard. He has a fucking flamethrower and he's just frying, shape-shifting like aliens. What? Just in Antarctica. Who would have thought to make a movie in Antarctica? But it's so effective. You feel like the isolation and the paranoia. It just really gets to me, this film, because you don't know who to trust, who the Thing is, who isn't. And that blood test sequence, oh my god, just so suspenseful, man. Just, I love it. This is one of my first Shout Factory, Scream Factory films that I purchased, because The Thing is something. It's so good. The lighting is going dim because I'm using natural lighting, so it's going dim, but don't worry, hopefully the sun comes back out. Number 19 is Toy Story, the first one, which is so dear to my heart. I'm nostalgic to this one, grew up watching it. I think I may have seen it in theaters when I was a kid, when it first came out, 95 I believe. Woody and Buzz. I used to actually own those toys when I was growing up, so yeah, like I said, it just, I will always love the first one, and I got that like 3D Blu-ray from Disney Movie Club. Woody's so funny. He's like, that scene where he's like, "You are a toy." Just the humor, the comedy is so good. All right, number 18 is Warrior. For some reason, I don't own the Blu-ray. I just own the DVD. I thought I did, but thank God I had the DVD. Oh my God, this is my favorite sports drama film. Yeah, you haven't seen this movie. Oh my God, Tom Hardy is so good. Nick Nolte is fantastic as this past alcoholic father. He's trying to make amends, do right by his sons, but his sons don't want nothing to do with him, and it's just really heartbreaking to watch. So good. It's, oh man, the Rocky of our generation, people called it, and I can see that, honestly. Warrior. Just every time I see this movie, manly tears are shed, people. Alright, put that on here. Number 17 is Whiplash. Right there, Whiplash. J.K. Simmons has the most epic insults ever. Just, my God, the way he just mows down people. Oh my God, it's so intense. He's like the most hardcore, like, asshole, like, ever. Like, since Full Metal Jacket, since Gunny in Full Metal Jacket, that sergeant. But no, this guy's 10 times, like, worse with the insults. When he tells that one dude, what the fuck you looking down there for? There's no fucking Mars bar down there. Look up here, look at me. Are you out of tune? Yeah. Why you F didn't just say so? Like, I'm glad he won the Oscar. Damn right. I love the Steelbook too. When you open it, like, faster, faster, keep playing, keep playing. There's no more dangerous word in the English dictionary than good job. Yeah, just so good. Yo, Whiplash is so good. I love that movie. Could rewatch it any day. So damn good. Number 16 is Inception. Christopher Nolan's like magnus opus. I didn't know what the F that word meant until I looked it up. But yeah, it's basically like his greatest achievement here, Inception. Like going into limbo, like a dream within a dream. The what is just, yo, mind-boggling. The visuals are like, when I first saw this in theaters, I was just like entranced. And then of course the ending, the iconic ending. Does the topple fall? Does it not? And I love that Christopher Nolan purposely left that for your own interpretation, and that's what makes movies so much fun, people. The audience being able to interpret their own ending. Genius. Freaking genius. Just a smart script. Like, so good. Alright, number 15 is The Iron Giant. I love this retro looking like steelbook. Superman. Man, when this movie first came out, I absolutely adored it growing up. I still do. Just the animation, I love the way it looks. It looks like it would have came out like in the 70s or the 80s or something like that. Vin Diesel's good as the Giant. Man, this movie's so dear to my heart. I love it. It always puts a smile on my face. Yeah. Alright, so, but my favorite animation of all time is I'm excited to see the live action this year is The Lion King. Ah, my favorite Disney movie. I love it so much. I had to put it on my list, of course. Simba and Mufasa. And just, so good. So good. Jeremy Irons as Scar, best Disney villain, easily. The music, the circle of life. Yeah, and then one little subtle thing, touch the detail that I love, is when the movie begins, the movie ends, and then they do that sound when the title appears on screen. It's like, dun, like The Lion King. And then when it ends too, like The Lion King, dun. I love that. You know what I'm talking about. It's so good. Number 13, almost at the top 10, is The Crow. Oh, just so tragic what happened to Brandon Lee. But you can feel his presence in this film, especially the way the story unfolds and what the story is about life and death, about being resurrected, to avenge your loved ones. Oh my God, it's so good. I love this movie. There's one person I know from Stardust that thinks it's cheesy. I find you cheesy. How about that? He knows who he is. If he's watching this video, he knows I'm playing. But I love this movie. The visuals, like, it's so good. It's so good. The church sequence when he's fighting, was it Top Dollar? With the sword on top of the church, visually striking. I love that. So good. I can't stress enough how much I love that movie. Number 12 is The Last Samurai, starring Tom Cruise and... Sorry, I know, Akira Kurosawa. Ooh, what? I love this movie. It's my favorite samurai movie. I love it. It's just so good. The musical score by, I think, Hans Zimmer did the score. Oh, so good. You really feel the dramatic way of these samurais, their lore, their culture coming to an end. And I love the way Tom Cruise learns the way of the samurais, and Ken Watanabe is so amazing. It's so good. I love this movie. I tear up towards the end when they're all just charging down. It's so good. I love it. Number 11, Blade Runner 2049, the most unexpected sequel that is a masterpiece. What? And I have it on 4K. I wish to God I would have bought the Steelbook when it first came out. That thing is rare now, But Denis Villeneuve really outdid himself. I can't wait to see what he's making. Dune. I think that's his next project. I'm all for anything that man touches. It turns to gold. But just the visuals. Oh my God, the visuals! Like, stunning. This has the most gorgeous cinematography, the best looking cinematography ever in any film, ever. Period. That's it. Roger Deakins with that cinematography. It's like looking at like a painting, Yeah. All right, we reached the top 10. So number 10 is Avengers Endgame. Don't own it yet, but yes, this is my top one. Really? Yes, really. I don't give a damn. It's my list. I know it's questionable because they're just so much better. What about 12 Angry Men? What about this? Again, this is my list. Hey, if you have National Treasure films in your... No, not the National Treasure film with Nicolas Cage. I'm saying like these like classical films that is like in the AFI Top 100. Hey, that's fine, bud. Avengers Endgame, man. The end of an era. I walked out immensely satisfied. Oh, it was so good. I watched it already 4 times. I want to go a 5th time. Hopefully by the end of this month. We'll see. But I loved every minute of it. The Russo brothers, Kevin Feige, the cast, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, everything just came to a fantastic, epic end. The last hour of this film. Oh, I live for that shit, people. Avengers Endgame, number 10. Okay? Alright, number 9 is Collateral. Just with Tom Cruise's best performance, I think. Jamie Foxx, I love that it takes place in one night. Michael Mann is such a good director. I wish he would come back because yeah, this film is extraordinary. The dialogue is what I really appreciate this film. The metaphors, the symbolism, the conversations they talk about, this philosophical conversations, it was a really drives this film home. And a lot of that stuff I can relate to the conversations. You pay attention to what Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise are talking about, especially that scene where towards the end was like, take a look in the mirror. Limo company one day, how long you been driving this cab? One day my dream may come. Then one day you wake up and you're old, and you realize that you were never gonna do it. Why? Because it's too late. Being hypnotized by daytime TV. Don't you talk to me about murder. All it took was a simple phone call or a down payment on a car. That girl, you can't even call that girl. Just shit like that. It happens like all the time where you're just stuck. You're stuck in life. Like kind of how I feel. I'm 30 years old. I'm doing the same shit I do, and you just question your life. Like wow. And sometimes it takes that push or somebody to say something or do something where you just have an epiphany. You finally wake up. I love this film because of that. Collateral, so good. All right, number 8 is Heat, another Michael Mann film. This is why he's one of my favorite directors. But my God, Michael Mann, please come back, make something great like Collateral and Heat. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, two of the greatest actors colliding. Just bank robbery, like cops and robbers. Such an epic saga. You know how like they regard The Godfather as an epic crime saga. This is my favorite epic crime saga. It's like 3 hours long, flies by quick. I love all the character interactions, the dialogue, the way they captured and shot Los Angeles, and the shootout sequence is so realistic. It's like actual gunfire. Whew, amazing. It's a masterpiece. I love it. Number 7 is Pulp Fiction with that steelbook. Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. What to call a Whopper? I don't know how to go to Burger King. I love the dialogue. This is my favorite Tarantino film, of course. John Travolta, Samuel Jackson. Amazing cast. Amazing colorful characters. Just so good. So iconic. What's not to love? I mean, how can you not love this film? I don't find it boring. I mean, every scene is so good because of the script, the dialogue, people. It's just one of a kind. Seriously. Number 6 is Good Will Hunting. This film is such an inspiration to me because I relate to Will Hunting's character, Matt Damon's character, so much. And he's like this genius, like Einstein level genius, but he has all these like these issues, these eternal issues he's struggling with, which I can relate to. Like he has like the defense mechanism when people try to help him or love him or be affectionate to him, he pushes them away. And I'm kind of like the same way. So this film really stuck with me, always will. It's funny, it's heartfelt, it's inspiring. Robin Williams' best performance. That scene when Will breaks down for the first time, I love it. I always cry. Oh man, this film is so personal and dear to my heart for so many reasons. I relate to it so much. Good Will Hunting. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's one of the best. Number 5 is Lord of the Rings. Top 5, people. I had to pick one. It's between either the Two Towers or Return. I can't do it. I can't pick one. Fuck. Because the Fellowship had my favorite moment with Gandalf. Like, you shall not pass. Like. And I've recently seen this. This is like 2 years. I think it was like a year and a half ago. And, when I posted it on Stardust, like, I'm going to watch Lord of the Rings for the first time. And I was blown away. The reason why I never got around to watching it until recently is because I had these dipshit friends who were Lord of the Rings haters for some fucking reason, and every time I said, hey, maybe we should watch Lord of the Rings, they used to always talk shit. I know, right? Thank God I ain't friends with those people anymore, but I've been missing out on, seriously. Peter Jackson crafted like a perfect trilogy. Oh, so good. I can't wait to rewatch it all over again. Maybe one day I'll get the extended cuts. But yeah, top 5. I guess I'll pick the Two Towers because that battle, yo. So number 4 is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I watched this film growing up so much. This was my dad's favorite film growing up, so it just stayed in my top 5. It will always be in my top 5. One of the greatest action sequels that just improves on the original in so many ways. and they just take it into so many different directions, and it's like, damn, it's so good. Arnold is so good. The T-1000 is, oh my god, it's like, I love it. Hasta la vista, baby. Like, just, we'll never get tired of that movie to the end of time. Number 3, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, of course. This is my number 3. Growing up watching my dad's Star Wars VHS tapes, the special editions, I just fell in love with this trilogy, and I would still watch Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker, of course, because nostalgic and dear to my heart, these characters like Han Solo, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker. But man, Empire Strikes Back raised the stakes, and damn, it's so good. When Luke finally fights Darth Vader with the lightsaber battle for the first time, just so good. I love this movie. Oh, so good. Yeah, you already know. Number 2 is The Dark Knight. Number 2, I got it in 4K. I'm a Batman fan. Always been a Batman fan, and this is the perfect Batman film for me. Will always be the perfect Batman film, and perfect villain. My number 1 villain of all time in cinema, in movie history, is Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker. Just perfect. Just, damn, so good. Just like he literally disappeared into the role. He became the Joker, the Clown Prince of Gotham. This is how you do a sequel, people. This is one of the best sequels of all time, and I never get tired of it. It has aged wonderfully. I can always rewatch it. I was thinking to myself, because of the hype of Avengers Endgame, I was like, is Avengers Endgame better than Dark Knight? I was like, nah, I can't. I'm sorry. Just, if you do think it's better than the Dark Knight, hey, that's fine. Like I said, everybody has different opinions. But the Dark Knight, just a monumental achievement. What Christopher Nolan did doesn't even feel like a comic book film at all. It feels like an epic crime drama, just with Batman and the Joker. Like, God, it's so good. Just so good. So quotable. His lines are so, yeah. And my number 1, still, and this may shock people, I am a comic book nerd through and through, but this film is just so personal. It struck such an emotional chord in me. I watched it 5 times in theaters when it first came out, cried every single time, and that is Logan. Logan. What they did with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine was astonishing. The cross being turned into the X, perfect way to wrap up his character and 17 years of playing Wolverine. I love this movie to death. It's a masterpiece to me. This is the best comic book film of all time, and my favorite movie of all time. I just love the themes that this film represents. Of having enough time to find redemption, and it's never too late. And it's, oh man, it's just so good. I love it. I love that it wasn't this flashy superhero type movie. It was very personal. You understood, what was going through Logan's mindset, and he's just like this fallen hero, and he finally found a reason, to fight for, to live for, only for it to be too late. But he still was able to redeem himself and do something great towards the end with his daughter, Laura, X-23. Oh, she was so good. Daphne King's so good. Xavier, Patrick Stewart. Oh my God. This movie, every time I watch it, I cry and bawl my eyes out. Is the movies that take an emotional toll on me are the ones that I'll always remember, be dear to my heart. If a movie can get me to feel that way, empathize with these characters, and just make me feel something like that, just get that emotional response out of me, then yeah, they're the best of the best. And Logan is that film for me. It does everything: the action, the cinematography, the score, the characters, the story, the dialogue, everything about it. I love it. I just love it. That's my, I know, shocking, right? That's your number 1. That is my number 1, baby. Logan. It's freaking Logan, baby. It's my number 1 movie of all time. So that's it, guys. I don't know how long it's been, how long this video went for, but thanks for watching. If you made it this far, that is my top 100 favorite films of all time. Yeah, post your comments down below. Let me know out of all these films that I listed, what are some of your favorite ones? If you want to list your top 100, top 50, top 10, top 25, top 15, comment down below. Let me know. Thanks for watching as always. If you're finding my channel for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like if you want. Also hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with any new videos I post. And we'll see about my new setup location. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.